Hello, everyone. We are now going to talk about another famous cure. Well, all the cures are famous and memorable in their own right for each season, but to me, Cure Moonlight is one of the most tragic cures in the Pretty Cure series. Like, where would you like me to begin talking about her backstory before she met Tsubomi and the others? But hey, here we can actually go and talk about that, so let's start going into it. Let's talk about Yuri Tsukikage, aka Cure Moonlight, the pretty cure of the roses in the moon. Yuri Tsukikage is one of the four main cures in Heartcatch Percure. She's a second-year student at Mayadu Academy High School. Yuri's alter ego is Cure Moonlight, and she represents the flower rose. Her catchphrase is, "I'll keep fighting for everyone's heart." Yuri Tsukikage comes from the 7th season of the Pretty Cure series, Heartcatch Pretty Cure. She made her debut in her cure form first in episode 1, and she revealed her civilian self as Yuri in episode 8. Yuri is 17 years old, and she is from the city Kibo, Okahana. Yuri is the older and biological child of the Tsukikage family. Her family consists of Haruna Tsukikage, her mother, Hideaki Tsukikage, her father, who is listed as deceased. Although there is a reason to that's the major to Heartcatch, you may already know, especially from Tsubomi's info I did. And Dark Pretty Cure, also called Dark Cure, is her non-biological younger sister. Yuri's role in the series is being a pretty cure. She goes by the name Cure Moonlight and Super Cure Moonlight in one of her power-up forms. Her theme is around roses, and her theme color is purple, while also having a sub-theme color which is silver. Yuri has powers over flowers like all of the cures of this season, but for her, she has the power of moonlight. To transform into a pretty cure, Yuri uses the henshin phrase, "Pretty cure, open my heart," while using the henshin items, the heart perfume, and a heart seed, which is purple, which is provided by her fairy partner. However, this was in the past. She now uses the heart pot to transform into Cure Moonlight, and no longer needs her fairy partner to summon her heart seed. Yuri uses the weapons called Moon Tact and Heartcatch Mirage alongside the other 3 cures. Yuri Tsuzuki is voiced by Aya Hisakawa, who outside of Percure you may know her for playing these roles. Leona in the 90s version of Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai. She is the 90s VA of Ami Mizuno Sailor Mercury, which, now thinking about it, is interesting how these two are both the smart brains of the teams, yet having completely different personalities and voiced by the same VA, who made the animes at the same studio. It's pretty crazy to me since I'm learning more about the behind the scenes as I do this info series. Other characters I have voices are Tardai in Magic Knight Wayearth, Laura in Lupin the Third, The Secret of Twilight Gemini, Miki Karu in Revolutionary Girl Utena, another Yuri named Yuri Tsuji in Kendaichi Case Files, Cerberus in Cardcaptor Sakura, Yuki Soma in the 2000s Fruits Basket, and so many other recognizable and obscure balls that I can't fit here or will be here, and I'll lose track of the main topic here. Yuri has 3 image songs, which are Full Moon Until the Full Moon, Moonlight Attack, which is one of many badass songs in the season, and Moonflower. Yuri is tall and slender, with pale skin and dark turquoise eyes that require glasses. Her long dark purple hair is worn loose, with her bangs mostly facing one side, and she sometimes wears a royal blue clip. Casually, she wears a pastel purple top with a lilac cardigan, denim capri, a brown belt, and white slip-on shoes, but she's mostly seen in her school uniform. In the movie, she wears an indigo jacket over a lilac button top, dark denim pants, a dark brown belt, and light brown boots. As Pure Moonlight, her eyes become bright turquoise, while her now curled hair grows partly longer and turns lavender. Her sharpened bangs spread across her face to partly obscure one eye, while the rest stick up on the other side, worn with a cluster of indigo roses. Her long silver ruffled dress has dark indigo lining and white wing-like sleeves to match the chest ruffles. A ribbon wraps around the navel, extending her choker. On the chest is an indigo rose with a silver and cyan heart brooch to match the layer of skirting beneath the dress. She also gets silver and dark indigo boots, a white and dark indigo wrist piece, indigo flower earrings, and a single indigo opera glove. As Super Pure Moonlight, her hair is slightly longer, and her hair flower is now a white and purple gem heart tiara. Her dress remains the same, but the lining, ribbon, and flowers become pale lavender and lilac. Her single glove becomes white, and her hair and her skirt alters in shape to resemble large spikes. She gains glowing rainbow light wings in the shape of a heart. Yuri is calm and composed, well known for her cool attitude and her frequently chart-topping exam scores at school. She cares for little and was initially cold towards Tsubame and Erika. After losing Cologne, she became quiet and withdrawn, fearful of causing others to feel burdened by her or risk losing someone else she cherishes. She believed it would be impossible for her to become a Percure again, and she was deeply saddened. Before this happened, she was shown to be overly confident and bold. She wouldn't listen to Cologne when she believed she didn't need a partner for help until Cologne died for her. Her true personality is one of content and maturity. She can be stubborn when she sets her mind to something, but begins to open up as she spends more time with the group. She shows a more friendly side to herself by this point. Although generally mature, she can sometimes be oblivious to others' romantic feelings for her. While they are viewed as enemies in the season's prologue, the opening sets Pure Moonlight and Sabaku together, hinting a special relationship between them. The relationship is not revealed to be more than that of a nemesis. However, in episode 47, it was revealed that Sabaku was Yuri's lost father, Hideki Tsukikage. She was greatly heartbroken when he sacrificed himself for her. Yuri's relationship with Darkshire is antagonistic. However, just when Pure Moonlight's Percure seed is destroyed, Darkshire gets a shocked expression, hinting a deeper relationship between the two of them as seen in episode 1. Yuri herself does not know why Darkshire has always been obsessed with her, though it is revealed that Darkshire is the shadow of Pure Moonlight, who is the moon. In episode 34, Sabaku later revealed to Yuri that Darkshire is her non-biological sister. Although they are on a first-name basis, and Yuri often gives Momoka notes from classes, She is absent from in the company's stir during lunch. They didn't seem that close, but it's later revealed that they are best friends. The disappearance of Yuri's father initially strained her relationship with her mother. Despite this, she deeply cares for her. When Haruna was turned into a Desarian, Yuri decided to save her by becoming pure Moonlight for the first time. She decides to keep Sabaku's death a secret from Haruna, so Haruna won't be emotionally hurt by the truth. Yuri's fairy partner, she and Cologne shared a deep relationship when Cologne was alive. Cologne was present with Pure Moonlight when Dark Pure and Sabaku attacked the Great Heart Tree. When Cologne sacrificed himself to protect Yuri, the trauma caused Yuri's heart flower to completely wither due to the guilt she felt for being unable to protect her partner. Yuri's heart was unable to recover from this event until a miracle thanks to the heart seeds collected by Blossom, Marine, and Sunshine, allowing Yuri to reunite with Cologne's spirit. Karako has been a mentor and confidant of Yuri's. She knows details of Yuri's past, including the fate of Cologne. It was also Karako's fairy, Cope, who rescued her Moonlight when she lost to Dark Pure. Yuri originally distanced herself from Tsubomi and didn't have faith in Tsubomi's abilities as a cure. However, she begins to trust and open up to Tsubomi, who shows her kindness and becomes her friend. Tsubomi is also the person who helps her regain the will to fight against Dune after her father Sabaku died. Yuri knows Erika drew her sister Momoka. Yuri also didn't trust Erika's abilities at first, but gradually opens up to Erika, who eventually becomes her friend. She is able to tolerate and look out for Erika's loud attitude. Like how she originally regarded Tsubomi and Erika, Yuri didn't think highly of Itsuki at first, until she gradually opened up to Itsuki. Although she interacts less often with Itsuki compared to Tsubomi and Erika, both Yuri and Itsuki are close friends who have faith and work well with each other. Yuri's younger friend, who has a crush on her, they were close friends until Yuri started distancing herself from Hayato after Cologne's death, and her losing her role as Pure Moonlight. Hayato wants to confess to her, but she misinterprets Hayato's crush on her as platonic love and tells him that she views him as her brother, causing him to get mad at her and run off. After Hayato is restored to normal, Yuri, despite being surprised, finally understands his feelings for her. Her surname, Tsukikage, when broken down, Tsuki translates to month and moon, a reference to her alter ego as Pure Moonlight. The Kage in her name translates to shadow. They translate to moonlight or moonbeams. Her first name, Yuri, is a name that has a vast variety of meanings, depending on how it is written in kanji, and since Yuri's name is written in hiragana instead, it is impossible to find the exact meaning for it. The most common meaning is lily, which would fit the theme of Heartcatch Percure, also as her heart flower is shown to be lilies. That meaning fits best. Together, her name, Yuri Tsukikage, could mean Moonlight Shadow Lilies. Her name, Moonlight, despite the theme of Heartcatch Percure being flowers, Moonlight is the light that comes to Earth from the moon. However, moonlight is necessarily for a plant to survive because without it, a plant may be exposed to too much sunlight and lose water. Also, this parts her with Pure Sunshine as opposites like Pure Blossom and Pure Marine. Yuri before the series. When Yuri was a child, she lived happily with her mother and father, sharing her father's love for plants. She visited Karako Hanazaki's botanical garden her whole life. However, her father disappeared mysteriously while searching for the Tree of Hearts in France, causing a small rift between Yuri and her mother. Life as Pure Moonlight. While searching for her father, she met Cologne, and she was chosen to become Percure with him. With the name Pure Moonlight, she protected the Tree of Hearts and was included in Karako's secret pass, the double life as Pure Flower. Her first fight against the Desert Apostles was with Sasarina, turned her mother Haruna, who was depressed after her husband's disappearance, into the Starian to lure Killflower out. Despite the challenging fight, Moonlight still managed to rescue her mother with Silver Forte Wave by restoring Haruna's Heartflower. Despite her different situation compared to Killflower's, having to fight both Sabaku and Dark Cure, she was cheerful and positive about the result, ignoring Colone's attempts to search for a partner to fight with her. After many fights against the Desert Apostles, Yuri heard about the Heartcatch Mirage and went to the Percure Palace, readying herself to fight Killflower to earn the power-up item. There, however, she met Dark Cure, who had followed the Tree of Hearts to observe Cure Moonlight. They fought while Cologne protected Shibri and Kofret. But with the arrival of Sabaku, Cure Moonlight fell and was about to be killed by an attack by the general. However, Cologne took the shot for her, disappearing in her hands. She continued to fight, but as she de-transformed after an attack from Dark Cure, she gave the heart perfumes to the fairies, telling them to go and find her replacement. Just as they ran, her Percure seed broke, and she was almost hit by Dark Cure's attack, but saved by Cope. She found herself back in Kibono Okahana, but with the broken Percure seed, no heart perfume, and a wilted heart flower. She was incapable of becoming Percure again. Aftermath. Although Cure Moonlight has not been seen since her downfall, the events that occurred before the Tree of Hearts occasionally appeared in Tsubomi's dreams. The same day, she became part of Percure, as seen in episode 1. Unknown to the new Percure, Yuri keeps the part of the Percure seed as a charm while she lives a normal life, as Momoka Kurumi's classmate, as seen in episode 10. At the school, it is revealed that Yuri often takes notes from class from Momoka, who often works when school starts, and they are both at first name basis. Yuri seems aware that Tsubomi and Erika are the new Percure, as she gives them advice about friendship and courage while visiting the botanical garden that Karako directs. Without revealing her identity, when Dark Cure summons her Dark Tact to finish Percure, Yuri appears behind the girls so that only she can see her. Yuri seems to give her an unspoken request, which Dark Cure accepts, thereby leaving. Tsubomi and Erika wonder why she left, not seeing Yuri as she leaves, looking at her broken Percure seed. Rebirth of Cure Moonlight. After Percure obtains the Heartcatch Mirage, they ask Yuri to become a Cure again, with the help of Heartcatch Mirage and the miracle stored in the heart pot. However, Yuri refuses and makes them see her heart flower completely wilted. With this, she returns home, not knowing that the girls have used their night to make each of their designs for her presentation at the fashion show. They are called then by the fairies to meet Karako, who shows them an image of the Tree of Hearts and a silhouette of Cologne there. Dark Cure appears to take down Yuri once and for all this time. Aware of this, Tsubomi, Erika, and Izuki decide to fight against her while Yuri is transported to the Tree of Hearts to meet her late fairy partner. Once she is there, she meets Cologne's spirit, and she apologizes for her stupidity, and after letting him down. Cologne, however, tells her how gentle her reasons are, and that she now knows the meaning of companionship. Then, hearing the Percure is losing, she decides to ask the Tree of Hearts to give her back the powers of Cure Moonlight. The Tree of Hearts accepts her request, and Yuri appears before Dark Cure, using the heart pod to transform into Cure Moonlight once more. A battle quickly erupted between Cure Moonlight and Dark Cure, ending with both using their respective Fortissimo attacks, and Dark Cure falling to the ground injured. As Cure Moonlight plans to end the battle when Sabaku arrives and takes Dark Cure away. Meanwhile, Blossom, Marine, and Sunshine are losing against Komajaki, Sasarina, and Kobaraja. Cure Moonlight arrives and uses a different battle tactic on each to gain the upper hand on them quickly in battle, hurling them on one into a water fountain. This gives her teammates the time to recover and use Shining Fortissimo to end the battle. After the battle, Pure Moonlight returns to the Great Heart Tree and Cologne vanishes after saying goodbye one last time. Yuri's trial of the Super Silhouette. During the trial to gain the Super Silhouette forms, Pure Moonlight and the others had to fight a part of themselves. Pure Moonlight has to battle her pain and guilt over losing Cologne and fighting alone for a long time. Pure Moonlight passes her trial by accepting the sadness that still remains in her heart by one day, turning that sadness into love. Pure Moonlight returns to the Percure Palace, which erects a statue of Pure Moonlight in recognition of her passing the ultimate test. Later, Pure Moonlight along with Sunshine and Maria is forced to hold the Desert Devil at bay while Pure Blossom completes her test. The three fight, managing to keep the Desert Devil off balance, buying time for Pure Blossom to arrive after having passed her test. Afterwards, all four summon their new forms, the Super Silhouette. Part of the team. Realizing her mistake of not taking Cologne's advice about having comrades, Pure Moonlight has now fully joined the rest of the Cures, and has learned the strength to be gained from having friends help her in a fight. Since rejoining the rest, she has become an aggressive fighter, and tends to strike first in battle. When the group is having difficulty with defeating their enemy, she is also the one the others look for advice. This is also becomes more apparent when she tells the others how to defeat the Zarian. She is the one that has noticed when and how it drops its stone defenses, showing that she has now fully trust in her friends. Hayato's love letter. Yuri, although being her team's most mature member, shows a more naive side to romance. When her younger friend Hayato is revealed to have written a love letter for her, Hayato, who wants to reconnect with her, musters up his courage to try confessing to her with his love letter. But Yuri is oblivious to how Hayato feels about her. Due to how she used to play with him when she was younger, therefore, she honestly and kindly tells Hayato that she views him more like a little brother. Due to her being the only child, however, her words unintentionally hurt Hayato's feelings. So he runs away angrily, much to her confusion. After realizing that Hayato has been turned into a Dystarian, Moonlight decides to work together with her friends to save him. Although still surprised at Hayato's confession afterwards, Yuri finally has a better and renewed understanding for Hayato as she reconnects with him. Yuri during the return of Dune. At Christmas, Dune returns to Earth, and is after the power the Cure flowers seal during their battle. With Pure Moonlight taking point, they attack Dune, seemingly getting the upper hand. As the dust settles, Dune is still standing, and then goes on the offensive against the Cures. Taking out Moonlight first quickly, followed by Sunshine and Marine, he then turns his attention to Pure Flower. Pure Blossom tries to stop him, but is unsuccessful and also falls to his power. Dune and Pure Flower then fight, but she is also no match for him in her weakened state, and defeats her. Leaving for his fortress with Karako, the Cures are left defeated and unconscious. She awakens in the botanical gardens with the others, which has been protected by Cope, who hides them while they recover. When the girls go outside, they are met with shock of seeing their world as a desert. Yuri runs home and is shocked when she sees her apartment building has fallen into the Desert Devils. The four girls reunite and all are feeling defeated until Erika's sister Momoka rushes out of nowhere and is revealed to see her sister is alive. Then the girls notice others arriving, all of which have been saved by the Percures, including Suki's brother Satsuki. After being reminded of how much faith their friends have in the Percures, Tsutomu declares the Percures will not give up. A Desert Devil arrives and the girls tell everyone to get into the botanical gardens. They transform and defeat the Desert Devil using Heartcatch Orchestra. Cope joins the girls, pointing to the sky, indicating that the girls that he knows where Karako is, and puts Pure Marine on his back to let them know he is going with them. Just as the girls are about to leave to rescue Karako, their friends come out of the botanical gardens to wish them luck. The Percures are there and their mascots arrive at Dune's fortress and begin fighting the Snackies. Yuri in the final battle. Cure Moonlight along with Cure Blossom head towards Karako to free her. Along the way, they encounter Dark Cure waiting at the top of the pillar. Cure Moonlight tells Cure Blossom that she must defeat Dark Cure so she can finally overcome her former self. As the two prepare to fight, Sabaku arrives waiting to strike if Dark Cure needed help. The two fight as Cure Moonlight starts to get the upper hand. Sabaku shoots power dark energy at her. Cure Blossom, despite following the request from her grandmother, still attacks Sabaku. Sharpie lunges at his face, allowing Blossom to strike. As he removes Sharpie from his face, he sees Cure Moonlight about to make the final move on Dark Cure. He lunges into the path of the attack, taking the hit. As the dust settles, his mask falls to the floor, revealing he is Cure Moonlight's long-lost father, Hideaki Tsukikage. Dark Cure attacks Moonlight to prove she is the true one, and the two use their fortissimo attacks, and using the strength from her friends, Moonlight's power increases, allowing her to beat Dark Cure with a mighty explosion. As Dark Cure lays on the floor, Moonlight runs to her father, wrapping her arms around him. He tells her he does not deserve her embrace and explains he pitted blood sisters against each other, where he created Dark Cure out of a piece of Yuri, making Dark Cure her younger sister. He goes and tells Dark Cure she can rest now, as Moonlight watches with mixed emotions over her sister's death. Dune arrives and begins to battle her father. Moonlight joins the fight, protecting her father from a barrage of energy shots from Dune. Blossom joins the fight, only for Dune to create a dark energy bomb, which explodes, breaking the Precure's transformation, and leaving all three on the ground. As Dune prepares to do the same to Yuri's father, runs to the dark energy, using himself as a shield to his daughter and to Tsubomi from the explosion. He tells Yuri to look after her mother, and as Yuri runs to her father, the energy explodes, leaving only tatters of her father's clothes. Enraged by Dune's action, Yuri prepares to engage him in battle, only for Tsubomi to grab her arm, begging her not to fight, with anger and hatred. Yuri tells Tsubomi that she despises Dune because she has lost Cologne and her father. Tsubomi reminds her that Yuri is the Yuri she looks up to, would never fight out of anger, and would not be willing to do what she is about to do, and gives Yuri the remains of her heart's seed that Dark Cure possessed, helping Yuri remember the Precure's fight with love. The two transform into Moonlight and Blossom and begin to battle Dune, just managing to keep the battle equal between them until Dune shoots dark energy at them, which explodes on impact. As the dust settles, Marine and Sunshine are revealed to have saved them from the attack, and they join Moonlight and Blossom in fighting Dune. All the Cures use their Forte and Burst attacks against Dune, followed by Marine and Sunshine combining to use Floor Power Fortissimo, and Moonlight and Blossom to combine to do the same. All four hit Dune at the same time, and then all call for the Heartcatch Mirage and use Heartcatch Orchestra against Dune. However, Dune unexpectedly withstands and survives the hit, as he grows into a planet size and begins attacking Earth more violently. She and her friends decide to become Infinity Silhouette, and with their power of love, Dune is ultimately defeated. Yuri in the epilogue. After her life as Cure Moonlight comes to an end, Yuri decides to bury Hideaki in his hometown, Yamanashi, and later moves to Kyoto with her mother after deciding to bid her friends farewell. She soon attends Kyoto College to follow her father's career. Cure Moonlight is the cure that Yuri transforms into. As the sole protector of the Tree of Hearts in the past, Pure Moonlight is said to be the legendary warrior, Percure by Subaku. Pure Moonlight is also the strongest Percure said by Tsubomi. Pure Moonlight is capable of fighting with martial arts and uses the attack for Power of Fortissimo, which Cure Blossom and Cure Marine can only do together, and also uses for further use than Purification. She is capable of fighting evenly against Dark Percure, who is considered Subaku's right hand. Along with this, she can use the attack Silver Forte Wave and a solo version of Flower Power Fortissimo, as well as Flower Power Fortissimo with Cure Sunshine. Moonlight also runs Flower Fortissimo with Cure Blossom during the final battle against Dune. Later on in the series, she becomes Heartcatch Percure Super Silhouette along with Cure Blossom, Cure Marine, and Cure Sunshine in episode 38. In this form, they can use the group finisher Heartcatch Orchestra. Her introduction as Pure Moonlight goes: the flower that shines in the moon's light, Pure Moonlight. When Pure Moonlight's Percure seed was destroyed in episode 1, she lost her power to transform. She can still fight, usually using auxiliary attacks, though it drains her energy since she cannot transform. In episode 17, she then recovered her powers to transform thanks to the Tree of Hearts, and used the lid of the heart pot to transform. Like the others, Pure Moonlight can gain access to a cape, which allows her to fly. However, unlike the Cures, she gains hers by hitting her brooch on her outfit, and the Cure's fairies transform into capes. When she uses her ultimate power-up form, Super Pure Moonlight, which she receives after passing the trial in the Percure Palace, this form is obtained when the items called Heartcatch Mirage and the Super Percure Seed are used. In this form, she can use the group finisher Heartcatch Orchestra. There is an introduction speech that comes with this, from that Moonlight says with the other Cures, which is, "The flower is shining around the world, Heartcatch Percure Super Silhouette." To transform into Pure Moonlight first, the heart pot explodes, leaving only the lid, and her heart seed becomes complete one. She grabs the lid and shouts, "Percure, open my heart." She then inserts the seed into it and turns the button around, and then her face is reflected in the heart pot's mirror. The mirror sparkles, and the transformation starts. She spins around in a flurry of purple rose petals. As her costume appears, she then flies down in her full outfit as her hair turns light purple. She puts the lid on her breast, which turns into a rose brooch with the Heartcatch insignia, and she flips part of her bangs, which sharpens, before introducing herself. Silver Forte Wave is Yuri's finishing attack that requires her moon tack. To perform this attack, which is like the other Forte attacks, she summons the moon tact, and she then shoots out an energy flower at the Dysterian. An explosion occurs, and then the target is suspended in the air, a rose having overlapped behind it. Pure Moonlight moves the moon tact in a circular motion, and in a flash of light, the enemy is purified. And fun fact, the way how it's done is similar to the previous season before Heartcatch. Fresh Percures cure stick attacks, which she waves the tack to purify her enemy. Flower Power Fortissimo is her finishing attack with Blossom or Sunshine that requires their flower attacks, or with Sunshine, her shiny tambourine. She can also do the attack by herself. To perform the attack, and after summoning the attacks, energy goes into the gem of the attacks, with the heart gem glowing in signify that it's full. Both cures spin in a circular motion of the attack. Rainbow lights go into the gemstone tip of the attack. The tip surge repaired the energy, and the girls spin before linking their attacks together, declaring the attack name. They draw FF, With their attacks, energy surrounds their bodies, and they charge for the enemy covered in light colored in their respective theme color. They come together with bursts through the enemy, a heart-shaped imprint on the target's chest. The girls land behind the enemy with the victim's heart flower above them and yell Heartcatch. An explosion occurs, and the target is suspended in the air, with the girls' respective flowers overlapping behind it. Both girls collapse the center of their attacks to keep the center spinning, and in a flash of light, the enemy is purified. Heartcatch Orchestra is a group attack with Blossom, Sunshine, and Marine. They first used it in episode 38. To perform it, they have to be in their super silhouette forms, and in the Heartcatch Mirage, and their respective weapons. When performing the attack, the Heartcatch Mirage shares its repaired the energy, and a giant figure of a maiden appears before the girls declare the attack name. Percure ready their weapons, and send her into the enemy. Under the command of Percure, she stands behind the enemy, clutches her fist-like gauntlet, and smashes the enemy on the ground. In a flash of light, all the four girls' flowers appear behind the enemy. As the Percure enforces their weapons, the enemy is purified. In this season, the Cures have named sub-attacks. For Cure Moonlight, she has offensive attacks on her fighting use. Some of them are unnamed, that one being when she can create moonlight beams that are crescent shape to attack enemies, but here are some of her named ones. Moonlight Silver Impact is one of the Cure's sub-attacks. She was first seen using this attack while fighting Karabja. During the fight, Cure Moonlight launches her hand onto Karabja's body, and then calmly calls Moonlight Silver Impact. Then her hand begins to glow, and the impact hits Karabja, knocking him far away from Moonlight and crashing into his comrades at a water fountain. Moonlight Reflection is one of Moonlight's sub-attacks, which allows her to shield herself from attacks. Cure Moonlight holds her hands in front of her body and calls Moonlight Reflection. Then her hands glow and two reflectors appear in front of her hands. With these, she can reflect any attack of the launched at her, and also launch the attack back at the enemy as seen when she uses it against Dark Cure. Other sub-attacks that Moonlight does as a group with the other Cures are named Impact and Body Punch. Fact 1. Yuri is the first main Cure to debut prior to the start of the season and be a veteran instead of an inexperienced Cure, and is the first Percure to be 17 years old. Fact 2. The remaining fragment of Yuri's Percure seed resembles a crescent moon, referring to her Cure alter ego Cure Moonlight. Fact 3. Cure Moonlight has sometimes said courage, love, friendship, kindness, sadness, happiness, though it is not common enough to be a catchphrase for her. Fact 4. In the Percure All-Star Sweet Flower Card Collection, Yuri is represented by the lily, which symbolizes unmatched beauty in the language of flowers. In fact, her heart flower is a white lily, which symbolizes purity and dignity. Fact 5. Her voice actress Aya revealed in an interview that she also auditioned for another character in the same series as Yuri, but she never confirmed who it was. Fact 6. Due to her being the main character of the Heartcatch novel, a lot of information about her past has been revealed. One is revealed that Cure Moonlight named herself after Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. 2. Since the 4th grade, Yuri has excelled in both her studies and sports, but since she is from a poor family background, she needed a scholarship. The scholarship was given to her by Itsuki's grandfather. Yuri has also studied karate and aikido at the Morin Dojo. 3. Sasarina transformed her mother into a Dystarian 1 month after her husband disappeared. Therefore, Yuri became a Cure and saved her mother. And in the same novel, she recalls Dune being embraced by Infinity Silhouette before dying, instead of being hit by a straight punch. This is likely due to Blossom being the one who delivered the attack, hence the difference in perspectives. Fact 7. Yuri as a civilian actually made her anime debut in the Percure All-Stars DX2, Light of Hope, Protect the Rainbow Jewel movie, as it was released before episode 8. And that is Yuri Tsukikage. That means we are done with the main Heartcatch cures, but we will talk about another cure soon later on. I think you know who she is, since she's an ally of course, so it counts. But now we will go to talk about the fairies of Heartcatch, and let's start off with Tsubomi's fairy partner and main mascot of the series, Shipri. So see you next time. Bye!